How does this look? One thing about me, you guys, is I'm gonna always tie up my shirt. Like, I love tying up like anything I got on. Basically everything that I wear, I'm gonna tie up. Like, I don't know, it's just a habit. But hi you guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Are we so excited? I'm excited. It has taken me a long time to actually do this, to actually commit to it, to actually take it serious, and that's what we're gonna do now. I saw this video on TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok, doing my daily scroll, and I saw this video of this girl. She was like, just do it when you get that impulsive decision. When you get that impulsive, when something in you is telling you, post that content, post that content. So we're gonna post that content, okay? Well, this is my first video, you guys. This first video is going to be a story time. So you guys get to know me, right? Because this is gonna lead the way to know me, to know Jasmine. My name is Jasmine, I forgot to say that. But yeah, story time, you guys. As you can see by the title, on how I found out I was pregnant at 18 years old. I'm 20 now, but yeah, I was working at Panda Express, you guys, and I found out I was pregnant. So let's get into the story. So I don't know if I want to give like the deets, but we're just gonna give the little. No, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be raw. We're gonna be okay. One thing about me is on this channel, we're not gonna be fake. Nothing's gonna be fake. This is gonna be all real, all true, raw. I don't like to put too much of my business out there, but it's not really that personal. We got water in this family, you guys. But all right, let's get comfortable. Let's get comfortable and let's tell the story. I don't know if I want to give like a little background, just because it's like I don't want to like talk about people, but whatever. We're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be raw. So me and this boy, we started talking in about February of 2023, my senior year of high school. Things happened really fast, you guys. Yeah, we started talking, stopped talking for about a month, and we started talking again, started taking things serious, really liked each other. We had been talking for like 2 months, mind you. Like I said, we started talking in February, but then we stopped, and then we started talking again in March. I'm kind of a bad storyteller, but we're gonna try to get this as clear as we can for you guys, okay? Haven't been with each other or anything like that, just going out, just going on dates and stuff. And then, you know, things started to get a little more intimate around May, when we were going out on dates, and it was getting hot outside because, you know, it's springtime, so the summer weather was starting to come out. And when we would go on dates, I would start to feel so like out of breath. Like, I would get so lightheaded and out of breath, which is crazy because, like, obviously, like, I'm not big, I have no reason to be out of breath, but like my energy was so low. Every time I would walk up the stairs, I would feel so lightheaded. I would get so tired. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot be outside. Like, I do not feel good. So then I started getting these headaches, and I'm just like, man, like, you know, you're not thinking nothing of it. I was not thinking I was pregnant at all. Like, it's crazy because I did not think that I was pregnant at all. I was just like, man, like, what is wrong with me? Like, am I getting big? Like, what is wrong with me that I keep feeling this way? Without him knowing, I ended up like buying a pregnancy test, and I took one at work before I clocked in, obviously, and it came out negative. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't got nothing to do with me being pregnant. Like, I'm just being paranoid, thinking like I'm pregnant. Yeah, I was pregnant, but the pregnancy test came back negative. This is why, like, everything you're pregnant, wait a little bit before taking it, because sometimes it might just be too soon and the pregnancy test can't pick it up. It was negative. I was like, okay, like, I'm paranoid, but the pregnancy test came with a pack of 2, right? So I left it with my bag that I keep at work, the other one. So it was just there at work, right? Which is crazy how things happen. So now fast forward another day, I'm on my way to work, and when I'm in the train station, I'm in Atlantic Avenue train station, about to take the R train to go to work. And yeah, when I tell you, I blacked out. Like, I thought I was about to die. I know when something happened, you're just like, Lord, like, please, I thought I was about to die, you guys. I've never blacked out like that. I started seeing stars, and I'm standing on the subway platform. It's hot as heck. Y'all know in the summertime, if you live in NYC, the subway stations get so hot, and it was like probably 90 degrees that day. So I'm in the subway station, and I'm like, and it's hard for me to breathe. Like, I cannot breathe. I don't know, but I don't know if this was a symptom of the pregnancy. Well, it probably was. You know, most people get the vomiting and stuff like that, but that was not my first signs. Like, it's crazy. But I got so lightheaded, I could not see. Like, my eyes were open, but everything was black, and I started seeing stars, and I got so lightheaded, and I couldn't even see to find a chair to sit down. So I'm like, bro, there's something seriously wrong with me. And this was about 5 days after I took that first pregnancy test, you guys. So I'm like, I'm not pregnant though. But I'm like, bro, this is bad. I wanted to cry so bad. Because then once I got on the train, I was standing up and I'm just like, and I know people was looking at me like, girl, are you okay? Because they were looking at me, but they were like, people just probably thought I was just having a bad day. I just wanted to cry or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm like, bro, there's something wrong with me. Like, something is not right. So I get to work, and I'm already late, mind you guys. I'm already late, so I feel bad. But I'm like, let me hurry up, but let me take this pregnancy test that's in my bag still. Like, there's just, like, something wrong. Let me just confirm, okay? It came with 2 in the box. They give you one, in case one is negative, you have another one to confirm, you know? So, I took the other one, y'all, and them 2 lines popped up immediately. This is the exact test that I took. If I know how to edit, I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen, but this is the exact test that I took. And y'all, as soon as I peed on it, them 2 lines popped up. Not 2 lines, I think it was a plus. The plus popped up immediately, you guys, and I was like, what? I called my child's father, like, immediately, and I was like, bro, do you see this? And I was crying in the bathroom. And there were some kids outside the bathroom that was laughing. I was like, now that I look back at it, like, what were y'all laughing at? As soon as I walked out the bathroom, they was just all looking at me. I was like, I should have showed them, girl, I'm pregnant. Like, what are you laughing at? I come out the bathroom, like, you guys, like, crying, and everybody turned their head and looked at me when I walked out the bathroom. Like, they must have heard me crying. So embarrassing. But yeah, I miss my coworkers at Panda Express. I literally love them. Like, it was a vibe. Like, Panda Express was such a strict job, but I really liked working there just because, like, the coworkers were cool. I never had a job where I was, like, really cool with the coworkers, so there was some cool people. I miss that little era of my life, I'm not gonna lie. But I came out the bathroom, and I went to my coworker that I was really close with at the time, and I was like, bro, like, I literally just found out I'm pregnant. Like, I cannot stay, I have to go home. His dad told me just to come over to his house. So that's what I did. Talked about it, supported me. Luckily I had, you know, I was grateful for somebody that was able to, like, support whatever I decided to do. On the whole way over there though, y'all, I'm like, this cannot be real. Like, this can literally not be real. I text my manager and I'm like, yeah, I'm sick. I cannot, like, I do not feel good. I have to go home. Cause I'm just like, bro, my mind is all over the place. Like, what? There's a baby in my belly, and I've only been talking to this man for 2 months. Hey, y'all. It honestly felt a lot longer. Like, you know, when you just vibe with somebody, it just feels like, man, like, are you sure we didn't meet in another life? Like, did I know you before? Like, you know, so it was like, man, it is what it is. The baby's already here. I decided to, of course, I kept my baby. I didn't have any thought to even not keep him, to be honest. Even though I was 18, I just felt like babies are a blessing. But fast forward, now after I found out I was pregnant, you guys, by the way, it was June 14th, the day that I found out I was pregnant. Yeah, but now that I found that I was pregnant, now I'm throwing up every single day, all day. They say it's morning sickness. No, it was all day sickness, you guys. Oh my gosh, my first trimester was so bad. Like that time I was like, oh my gosh, like I should have never got pregnant. I honestly felt so scared because I was sick every single day. And why people thought I was lying? I had the worst headaches. I had headaches so bad that I couldn't even talk. I would literally try to talk, you guys, and I would just be saying gibberish. Like I could not even form a sentence. Like it was so bad. I was just throwing up every single thing that I ate. I didn't like to even eat at all. I lost so much weight, and even the smell of somebody cooking food, everything smelled nasty. I could not eat. And I look back at like, man, that just sucks. It was crazy because like your job wouldn't believe you. It's like, bro, like I want to come into work, but I'm so sick that I couldn't. Like I would go to work and I would just get the worst headache while I was at work. And it was just like, bro, like I felt so bad. But it sucks because like a man would really never understand it, and other people would never understand it until you're really in their shoes. So it's like, bro, I mean, until they're really in your shoes. So it's like, bro, it was really, really bad for me in my first trimester. And then once my second trimester came, you guys, I was eating. I felt so good after that phase of throwing up and being nauseous all day went away, you guys. It wasn't really like, you know, it wasn't a crazy story how I found out I was pregnant, but yeah, I think about it like it was yesterday. Like yeah, so then fast forward, I did not work my pregnancy. I got so depressed, you guys, because I was sitting in the house every single day for basically the whole 9 months. I was just in the house and I wasn't talking to anybody besides like family and my child's dad. So I was just like, I became really, really depressed. It was so depressing. I was literally in a dark room every day, you guys. No sunlight, nobody to talk to. Like it was so depressing. And then once I had my baby, I had him by C-section because his head was up, which is crazy because his head was down. Every ultrasound, his head was down, but then as soon as I hit like 30 weeks, as soon as I hit 35 weeks, he literally flipped and he was breached. So when he's breached, that means that his head was up here, not down here, so I couldn't push him out. Which is crazy because I feel like I should have still been able to, but they just don't do breech deliveries anymore where the baby's butt and legs come out first. So I had to have him by a C-section, and that sucked because I really did not want to. I literally cried because a lot of things just ended up not going the way that I wanted it to go towards the end of my pregnancy, and I was just living in so many different places, you guys. Like me and his dad were literally just living here, moving here so much. But I was just like, man, like I can't even stress anymore. And it was like another thing that I had to stress about or feel sad about. So I was just like, man, like I wasn't depressed like, oh, I want to die type of depressed, but I was just like so sad that like I was so excited for this baby, but my pregnancy was just so like, life was so hard around the time of my pregnancy, you know, so I didn't really fully get to enjoy it. Yeah, so then I had my baby by C-section, and honestly, it really wasn't that bad. If anybody out there is pregnant right now and you're scared of a C-section, don't be. Like, I know what it feels like when you want to be the one to push your baby out, but it really wasn't bad at all. The epidural was not that bad compared to the contractions, you guys. I had my baby February 4th. Should I give you guys my birth story? Might as well, right? Let's go back a little bit. Because my baby was breech, I wanted to try to flip him, right? So that way I can push him. So we went to the hospital and it was a whole procedure, you guys. They literally have to act as if you're about to have the baby. So there's like a bunch of doctors there. They're getting prepared just in case something goes wrong and you have to have an emergency C-section. So you're literally in the OR, the operating room, and you're on the bed. They give you an epidural, and they attempt to try to turn the baby while it's in your stomach. So I attempted to do that, but my baby was so big, you guys, that he did not turn. By the way, it was unsuccessful, but it's okay.
At least you good, at least baby good.
Yeah. So I did have to end up having a C-section, but after that, I scheduled my C-section for February 17th. He was due February 20th. I scheduled my C-section for February 17th. After the inversion did not succeed. I was about January 31st when I did my inversion. January 4th, I had my baby, you guys. That inversion was having me contracting so much. It really wasn't painful though, like it just felt like cramps, but then it started to get to the point where I couldn't stand up for too long because it was just that painful. So the night of February 3rd, I was having contractions all day. They weren't super bad, like, but they were back to back to back to back. So I'm like, but they're not bad. Like, I don't know. Do I go to the hospital? They're just not that bad, because I don't want to go and then they send you home. Like, you go to the hospital so much for little things. It's like, man, I just want to go when it's time, when something happens, you know? I don't know. So I called my doctor and I was like, I'm having contractions and they're like less than 5 minutes apart. So then they told me just to go in to make sure, but they were really back to back. Like, I waited as long as possible, you guys. I waited all day. I did not want to call because I knew they were gonna tell me to go in, but it was just like, whatever, let's just see what it's about, you know? This is, I don't know if this is labor, but I've been feeling some pressure and pain, so we're just gonna go to the hospital and just see what it's about. So, could be labor, could not be labor, but we just going to make sure everything's good. So yeah. So I was 37 weeks. I went into the hospital, they put the IV, and y'all, once I got that IV put in, my contractions were so bad. I was 1 centimeter dilated when I went in, and then I dilated to a 2. They had me and my child's father sitting there for 2 hours to see if I was gonna dilate anymore. But yeah, my contractions were so bad. I was literally, I was only 2 centimeters dilated and my contractions were so painful. They were literally so painful. Like, I can't imagine what 10 centimeters feels like, because bro,
Mommy's having a lot of pain.
Does it like hurt more than when you're dilated? I actually don't know, but them things were so painful. It was so painful. I was crying. I was like, I need this to get done. I was up all night. We got to the hospital about 8 p.m. My contractions started to, as soon as I got to the hospital, you guys, like I said, my contractions started to become super, super painful. And then dilated from 1 to 2 in that 2 hour mark. So then they're like, okay, we're gonna wait another 3 hours to see if we dilate anymore.
Come with me.
I'm just having some contractions, John, so we're just monitoring it. And the doctor is gonna come and check and see if I'm dilated or anything. Well, I am dilated, but if I dilate any further, so yeah.
This is the chart right here. I don't know what your contractions is. Big old belly. Show him the belly. Show him what you're attached with right now.
So we were basically there up all night from 8 a.m. all the way to about 6 a.m. They were just coming and checking to see if I was dilating or not, and I did not dilate after I dilated that one time to 2 centimeters. So I was just there in pain up until 6 a.m. and then had to get a little banana. I was not dilated, but they saw how much pain I was in, and then I already had a C-section scheduled, so they were like, we're just gonna go ahead and just have this baby today. And when I tell you, me and his dad were like, hallelujah that we did not stay here. For no reason for all this time, and I was in so much pain anyways. Like, how was I gonna get sent home like that? I didn't want to send me home in that much pain, just in case I'm having that much pain and then I end up dilating, end up going into labor at home. Then it would have to be an emergency C-section. We're just gonna birth baby boy today, so we were like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. That was about 6 a.m. like I said, and my baby was born at 9:25 a.m.
This is our little guy.
We were so happy when our son came out. He was crying. I was like about to cry. I was so happy. Like, seeing my baby for the first time was just the best feeling ever. It wasn't what I planned, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My baby came out perfect, healthy. I decided to fully breastfeed him for about the first 6 months of his life. I was gonna go longer, but yeah, I gave up. Not gave up, I just was so tired. Postpartum is really hard. It was the hardest thing I think I've ever experienced, just because I was so blessed to have my baby and be able to stay home with him every single day. I didn't have to work. It was just so isolating, never having the time for yourself, never being able to focus on yourself and take care of yourself, especially after just having surgery. Having your insides cut open was like, man, we can't get some time to recover, but you don't really get that time as a mom. So it was so hard. It was like, I wish I could have enjoyed it more. I was just so tired. I was so tired, you guys. I've never been that tired in my whole entire life. Like, newborn stage was so easy, but really when he got to about 3 months, it started to hit me like, bro, like, can I just take a shower? Can I eat a hot meal? Can I eat my food without having to stop? Can I take a shower without having to leave? Can I doo-doo? It was so hard, but I love my baby to death. But yeah, you guys, that was how I found out I was pregnant at 19 plus my birth story. If you guys have any questions, if any moms have any questions, let me know, because trust me, I know a lot. I don't know it all, but I know a lot. I can help you guys out, especially if anybody wants breastfeeding tips, because I did it solely for 6 months, and then I fully stopped breastfeeding him just before he turned 1 year old. So I added formula, but then I stopped. You guys, all the tips on pumping, storage, how to increase your supply, how to stop your milk from coming. I still get like a little bit of milk. Like, if I squeeze, I'm gonna get some milk, but I don't really get none. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. This channel is gonna be just me, my life, hygiene. I'm a hygiene girl. I love products. I love skincare. I don't have clear skin, you guys. Like, I don't have like any visible things, but I don't have the best skin. And don't mind my hair, it was kind of looking crazy, but like I said, it was an impulsive decision to record this video for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time. I hope that I was a good storyteller, because I kind of went back and forth between things that just came up in my mind, but that's okay. We're gonna get better. Once we get going on here, we're gonna have better quality content, but I'm going to try my hardest that I can right now, because I am still new to this, you guys. So yeah, that's the end of today's video. Like I said, let me know what you guys want to see. Support your girl on this journey, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.